Yes, so now we are going to talk to my favorite swimmer. And let me tell you about this guy, how terrific and wonderful he is, okay? 2013 World Juniors silver medalist, the first one for Trinidad and Tobago ever. 2014 Youth Olympic Games, double medalist, Commonwealth finalist, World Championships finalist, Olympian in 2016, I know, World Short Course finalist, 2017 World Champs participant, 2018 Commonwealth medalist, CAC Gold medalist, World Short Course medalist, 2019 World Champs semi-finalist, and Pan Am medalist. So we're going to have to take a very short break. Don't move. Grab something to drink. Invite your friends and family in. And then I'm going to bring on my favorite swimmer and tell you who he is. And you'll get to see him and we'll get to talk and whatever. So we're going to take a very quick break for our sponsors. We have to treat them well. Let's go.
What up, everybody? We are Che and Kelly French, and we are the founders of My Trini Box, and we're very happy to be here in the couch line with Cindy Ann.
Cindy Ann, we just want to thank you and your amazing team for having us here today, and we hope everyone is enjoying this live as much as we are.
And don't forget to follow us at My Trini Box on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and TikTok. Proudly TT.
Welcome back, and help me welcome Dylan Carter to the couch line. Dylan Carter, what's going on? Welcome.
I'm good, back home in Trinidad, thankfully, but enjoying watching the show so far, catching real kicks.
Yeah, nice to have you. I have a little surprise guest, well, a little visitor that I want to show you, and I want you to tell me what I want you to tell him some wise words to me, what you would say to him. This is a little surprise. You ready for it? We're looking at the side of the screen to see.
I don't know. Wait, if he coming out on your screen or what?
Or my screen, or
it might be a she. I don't know.
What would you say to this guy?
I don't know. I had to see who this guy is.
You're not seeing him on the screen?
I'm not seeing no guy.
Look, he's right up on the screen.
I'm not seeing him. But if it's who I think it is, he might be a figment.
No, you're not seeing anybody on your screen?
Nah, I just seeing you and me.
That's impossible. What are you seeing now?
Me.
What?
Yeah. Hold on, huh?
That's crazy. Guys, are you all seeing something else on your screen? I'm seeing it. Are you seeing it now? No way. Where are you?
Let him come upstairs.
What? Where are you?
Me?
You're not seeing a picture. Are you watching it on the live?
No, I'm in the app.
Right. You're supposed to see the screen. Are you on your phone?
Yeah, I'm on my phone.
Maybe that's why you should see it. Everybody else is seeing it. Oh my goodness, I can't believe this. Ouch. You don't have access to, we'll have to do this some other time. I'm a little pissed, but all right. Everybody's seeing it except you.
So I looking like a fool.
Yeah, boy. What's going on? Dylan, tell me. We'll have to get this guy. We have to get you to see this guy. Get somebody to bring their phone or something to you so that you can see it.
Well, I could log into the live on my Facebook, but then I don't know if you'll still see me. It might
No,
be
no,
just
you
me.
can't log out. You have to stay on this. Otherwise, we lose you. So let's jump into it. So I called all of these things that represent who you are, or from 2013 to 2019 and beyond. You continue to shine. You continue to represent us. Your name is plastered in the record books in Trinidad and Tobago, yeah?
Well, I don't know if you could say plastered.
We'll say, boy.
They'll get break eventually. So I don't know if they're plastered. It might be just paint on or something.
No, somebody could plaster over it. Plaster and, you know what I mean?
I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not really super proficient in plastering and
In
stuff like that.
masonry.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So
That
let me
wasn't my
ask you.
forte.
You started in water polo 2000 and what? When you were what? 12?
When I was 12, 11, 12, started in
So
polo.
at what point did you decide, you know what, it's swimming? Is it several punches to the face? Was it too many
Yeah,
kicks in your stomach? What made you
I don't
decide
know.
swimming?
I don't know if I've decided yet. I'm still fighting down. I still believe that there's a good water polo player in there. I'm just waiting for the right team. When I get the right team around me, that's when I'll go back to the first love, I feel.
When you
All
get it right.
yesterday I was training and playing polo and things.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice. Now, there are a lot of people here who don't know Dylan Carter. We're trying to give them a different, because everybody know the swimmer and the this and the that. So we're here to kind of get to know a little bit more about who you are and stuff like that. But we're going to touch on more swimming for now. You are actually a member of the LA Current, Los Angeles Current, yeah?
Yeah.
And that's one of the 8, beginning members or first members of the ISL. And for those who don't know what ISL is, it is the International Swimming League, correct?
Yeah. We were one of the founding fathers, if you would.
Yeah, so tell me, what exactly is ISL? What is that?
Yeah, so it's I would say it's kind of like a model after the Premier League or any other major sports league. We have 10 professional teams now, and we compete this year. The season was abbreviated to 6 weeks because of COVID and everything, but we compete once a year in the league, and it's a group stage, and then we move on to semi-final and the final stage. Each match has 4 different teams. Each team puts up 2 swimmers in each event to fill a pool of 8 lanes, and it's not an individual thing. So when you go to the Olympics, I'm swimming for Trinidad, but it's just me, or whoever is representing their country. You're swimming for a little bit for yourself, but there's points behind this ISL thing that's what makes it more of a team sport, the points aspect, that there's a winning team and ISL trophy. It's not just for your personal placement or your personal medals.
Okay. Lee just said, somebody said, I know him, Luca. Luca says she knows you.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Do you know somebody by the name of Luca?
I know a few. I'm not sure which Luca is checking in.
Hi, Luca. So you would compare the ISL kind of to like a football, that kind of league?
Yeah, I would say so, because it's not about really who gets first, second, and third. It's more at the end of the day about how your team finishes. So I get all these headlines I see in the Guardian and the Express. They say, "Oh, Carter wins a silver, Carter wins a bronze," but there's no medals. Nobody's winning any medals or anything like that.
It's not about you. It's about
exactly.
Okay, and that's good to know. So the ISL took place in Budapest, and you were, living in a bubble. And the definition of living in a bubble means that you don't know what's happening outside. You're just kind of oblivious to everything. Is there any truth to it?
Yeah, you ever seen Finding Nemo? you know, like when they're in the fish tank in the doctor's office, and there's a whole
Right.
world going on outside the doctor's office, but you really just exist inside this fish tank. It's, you know, it's exactly that. You know, you're in pretty much a fish tank with 300 other athletes and 150 staff. So you're not really encountering anybody else other than those people, and yeah, it can get a little bit stifling, but I think a lot of us were prepared for that, so
I was just about
we
to
made
ask,
it out alive.
at any point, did you feel like, you know what, I'm gonna bust this bubble? You know what I mean? No.
I was okay. I had an Xbox, and that kept me occupied. And you know me, you know I'm a good boy, for the most part. So I followed the rules. I didn't want anybody to get in trouble. And it's, you know, it's a serious thing. It's COVID. You know, we all know that this is a serious thing, and it's not just a bubble for no reason. So I
Right.
wasn't tempted to bust the bubble. I know others were on the brink of busting the bubble, but I
Right.
followed that.
Okay. So I want you to describe for me 2020 in 4 words. You think you could do that?
4 words. Challenging,
Mm-hmm.
rewarding,
Mm-hmm.
developmental,
Mm.
and unexpected. That's good. I'm happy with that answer.
Okay. Should he get a prize for that? You were supposed to say final answer.
Yeah,
Challenging,
final answer. I should get a prize for
rewarding.
it. Was there a correct answer?
No, there wasn't. There wasn't. But I like it.
Oh.
Challenging, rewarding, developmental, and what was the other word?
The last one was the best one, but I forgot it.
Okay. All right. Well, we
You
would.
see, when it comes, when it's flowing,
It's
it's like
just. I
poetry.
know. I
You
know
know, you
exactly
have
what
to
you mean.
capture that as.
Yeah. So tell me this. I think it's fair for us to say challenging is one for sure.
Yeah.
2020. Unexpected. People just said it. Unexpected.
Right.
You see people listening. People listening. So I think it's fair to say that 2020, like you said, has been challenging for all of us. You know, some of us, we've been able to pivot and do something else. Some of us have been able to sit still and kind of just wait things out and see what happens. How have you been able to stay focused and sane, or have you been able to stay sane? Are you sane now? You know what I mean?
I would say mostly sane. I think that's probably why I followed up my first word challenging with the second word rewarding. One of the things that has kept me sort of intact and moving forward and trying to make progress is just trying to set goals, you know, throughout the year, and whether it be small goals, personal goals that I want to do month to month or whatever. Whether it be in the pool, outside of the pool, whatever it is, I'm trying to have some sort of goal each month or each couple months, and work towards that goal, and that keeps me sort of chasing that carrot, and keeps me moving on, I guess, you know. So yeah.
Yeah. But has it been lonely though? Because you are the only Trini in the environment that you are in. Am I right?
Yeah. Yeah.
How lonely is that? Or is it lonely? Or have you just, when you get there, you are like, you know what, I'm now an American, and you forget all Trininess?
Yeah, I don't know. You have to kind of assimilate yourself into the environment you're in. That's some good advice I got from my mom when I was young. When I was first leaving Trinidad, is you can't really, from personal experience, she told me this. You can't really stick around and dig up in too much in what's going on at home and what you're missing out there. You just kind of have to put yourself in the environment you're in, and enjoy that for what it is and make the best out of that. So that's what I've been trying to do. You know, I'm in the ISL, like you said. I'm the only Trini. There's one other Caribbean athlete, Ali Atkinson. So we saw each other. We had dinner a couple of times. But other than that, you know, you're with a lot of others who are from foreign countries. So it's not just Americans, it's a lot of
Right.
other foreigners.
Yeah.
And being able to try and maybe put yourself out of your comfort zone initially to integrate. But after a while, it comes a little bit more naturally.
Yeah, which kind of leads me to my next question, because living abroad I have been able to, over the years, I've been able to see, like I could spot a Trinidadian miles away by the way we walk. These are things I would not have noticed before. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
but here, I'm in the mall or I'm somewhere and I see somebody because we have a way we walk. I don't know if it has to do with calypso or soca. We all have a kind of a, like we just on the verge of saying the stage is, we always ready. You know what I mean? Have you been able to realize something that's uniquely us during your time abroad that you could say, that's a Trini, or oh my gosh, this is so Trini that I just said or I just did. Have you had those moments?
There's a few things. A lot of them aren't coming to me right now, but obviously words and sayings and stuff like that. But I don't know. Like you said, not just the way Trinis walk, but Trinis kind of have a look. I don't know if it's to do with the amount of sort of ethnical mix-up that we've had, or something like that. But like you said, I could walk into it. Usually happens if I'm in Florida because there's a lot more Trinis in Florida than California. But if I walk into a restaurant or something, I could see somebody and maybe not 100%, but I might get the gaze turning and thinking that fella could probably be a Trini. And then you walk up a little closer and you might hear them say something and you're like, boom, yeah, I know for sure that's a Trini.
Isn't that fascinating?
Yeah,
I mean, even the words too. Because I have, like now I teach people the word lime, because before when I say it, they'd be like, what you mean, And I remember using the word ent with my neighbor, and she thought I was going to the doctor. She was like, what? Ear, nose, and throat, like, are you okay? I'm like, no, I'm just saying ent meaning, you know what I mean? Have you taught any of your colleagues or like Trini words and slangs that they kind of use back when they talk to you?
Yeah, lime is probably the most common one. One of the ones that they kind of make fun of me for, because I don't really say it like this, but I've put them onto a bit of like calypso, and they hear words like that are pronounced a bit funny, like organization and things like that, and they kind of chirp back at me like
right, because hey, organization.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, and then the R's too.
Uncomfortable and things like that.
Right, they make you real uncomfortable. When you say uncomfortable, they're like, what? You have to say uncomfortable. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah. So Dylan, I heard somebody shared with me that you have 5 siblings.
Yeah.
I want you, without naming any of them, I want you list for me in order of your least favorite and say what they mean. Listen, we're trying to be as transparent as possible here. You're not saying their names, you're just saying the least favorite and what that one means to you or brings out in you. So they're not your best, but they're still able to do some kind of something goodness to you.
Is there a pass? Do I get a pass?
No, there are no pass.
My least favorite, well, that's hard because I love them all so much.
I'm glad you took that way, that route.
Yeah, let me just preface with that. And I could only say things about them that I might not like. I can't say that I dislike them for this reason because I don't dislike them. Right. But maybe I think that the sibling I'm thinking about.
Which one of them uses your clothes or eats your food or you know what I mean? Goes into your bedroom and takes your lotion or your stuff, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't really. I think
I
I've
tried
been
to
lucky.
put some domestic unrest.
Some domestic unrest?
Yeah. Somebody recognized it in the comments. They were like, you're trying to cause domestics in Dylan's household.
I think that I might be the most disliked sibling out of all the siblings. And that's probably why I can't say much because I'm like, I kind of like them all. And they must all be saying, well, you're the one that used to come into my room and mess up my whole bed and throw everything on the floor for no reason.
Yeah, that's what I heard, Dills. I was trying to see what you would say, but I reached out to them individually and they were like, he's the most disgusting, so
Exactly.
I'm glad that you acknowledge.
You have to once you identify it, that's your first step.
So, Dills, tell me something. What are your pet peeves?
Pet peeves. I have a few. Like if somebody driving on the road and they have the indicator on, but they're not trying to go over,
Mm-hmm.
that is getting me vexed. Um,
Is
People
that
who
here
too.
or in Trinidad? Does it matter which side of the road, left
It
or
don't
right?
matter.
It's
It
getting
don't
vexed on
matter. If
both
you have your
sides,
indicator on and you're not switching lanes,
right?
that is getting me vexed.
All right.
Another thing that gets me vexed is, and this I actually got from you because I used to do this a lot, and I never realized that it was annoying until I started to realize that I did. I stopped doing it, and now I notice it. But when people bite their spoon, I don't feel that bothers me.
You're like, open your mouth or use a fork, or get a plastic,
Yeah,
or use
yeah,
your
yeah.
hands. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So at least that was good. That was good. Um. So you're home. You're home.
Relaxing.
After how long? After how long?
I had 11 months. I got back. I left in January. I got back in November. So yeah,
Wow.
end of
How was
November.
that? How was it like to be one? You were quarantined for how long?
Quarantined for 2 weeks. 1 week in Cape Park and 1 week at home. And yeah, it was the longest I've ever been out of Trinidad in my life.
Yeah.
And I was getting a little bit worried because I have never missed a Trini Christmas in my life.
Right. We've
Uh,
had this conversation. Yeah.
yeah, I've never missed one. So around August, I was getting to start feeling like, well, it's looking really hard to get into Trinidad. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get in. I started wrapping my mind around it. Am I going to have Christmas? Miss my first Trini Christmas. Is this going to happen? Is this the year? Uh, so all that being said, with that sort of anticipation of not being able to come home, to be home is so good, and to see my parents and to see my family, it's so refreshing. And 11 months is far too long.
Yeah, I know. So you're home, you're in quarantine. What's the first thing you eat when you get out? When you finally get out and you reach home, what is the first thing that Dylan wants to just yam down?
The first thing I had was doubles, I think. Um, I think we went straight from, or my dad brought me doubles straight the morning after I got back. But the night I came out of quarantine, I came home, I had Christmas ham with hops. That was the first thing.
Chow
Yeah.
chow or no chow chow?
Chow chow, of course. Yeah, a
Doubles.
little butter.
Pepper,
Yeah, pepper. Yeah.
slight or?
I don't know. What do you consider slight? I think slight.
And do you
Because
eat
slight is a
doubles?
relative thing, right?
It
You know?
is. It is. But how do you eat your doubles? Are you a folder and eat with the paper, or are you to dig and eat? How are
No,
you?
I take, so if I have the doubles here, I have the
Mhm.
two barras.
Right.
There's one barra. The top barra I use to pick up chana like this, and
Right.
I eat the top barra with the chana, and then the remaining chana is on the second barra, and I just
Right.
hold it like a taco and eat the second barra.
Oh, okay. Okay. So you very minimum wastage, like the
Yeah,
chunk
nah,
not on the
nah, nah, nah. Plenty times I finish my doubles and the papers be like clean.
so you could give it to the guy to hand somebody else.
Yeah, and he could use back that paper and put our next doubles in.
Right. So are you doubles to go or you stand there and eat it?
Always there. It's always better if you eat it there.
Okay. All right. These are
I
good
think
things.
any true doubles eater knows that eating there is better. Because from the time the
Yes.
doubles roll up and then unroll, you don't have wastage along the sides, it's in the
Yeah.
car, the
It's
doubles
true.
bounce around, they leak out. Nah.
Yeah. 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 It's true, Dills. It's
Yeah.
true. Let me ask you, what foods are a definite no-no for you on like game day? You're getting ready to swim. What foods are a definite nah boy? If I eat that, something will happen. Or is it because of past experience that it's now a no-no? Is
Uh,
it because of superstition? You're like, you know what they say, if you eat a caramel, Your belly will fold up in the water. You know what I mean? What's the reason for that no? And what is
I
it?
I think the harder thing for me to answer is to say what foods I actually do eat, because most things are no. I almost don't eat anything that's like, I have certain things that I like 5, 10 things that are yes, and everything else is no. Anything that I haven't tried, I'm not going to try it.
So
Um,
what are your yes things then? What are the things on the list
oats,
that?
oats, fruits, berries, um, nut butters, peanut butter, almond butter,
Mhm.
uh, whole grain breads, rice, um, chicken, but chicken without much, not like chicken in sauce or anything like that, just
Okay,
like chicken
okay,
breast, um, maybe a fish, maybe a
okay.
white fish,
Hmm.
pasta not with much sauce either, maybe olive oil, some cheese.
Okay.
Uh, so, yeah, that's pretty much it. Afterwards, like if the meet's over, that's still game day, right? I'll eat whatever
Yeah.
at night, but before, I keep it
Yeah.
super limited.
And what is in your bags? They're like your swim bag that is not swim related. And we're not talking like old sandwiches from days gone by. We're not talking about that. What's in your swim bag that you pack in your bag that has nothing to do with swimming, but
Right.
you have to go to every meet with it because again, is it superstitious reasons? Is
Yeah.
it because whatever?
I don't know if this is not to do with swimming, but I always have a box of dates in my swim bag. Um, and one time I had a really good meet, and you know how I am. Over the
Mhm.
course of a meet, things kind of get built up in your bag. You didn't really fully unpack it and then.
Yeah.
Um, so one time I was having this really good meet when I was a kid, Carifta, Aruba, and halfway, by the time the end of me came, I looked to unpack my bag, unpacking suits, goggles, towels, things, and I reached to the bottom, and I found a brick about this big, and I think
Like a
uh,
concrete block,
a
like a
concrete
paver.
brick. Yeah, and this is a prank that was played on me by your son Keegan, uh,
I don't know who that
because
is.
I think he knew
I don't know who
that.
Keegan is. I'm sorry. Who?
Well, a friend of mine that I used to swim with, I think his name is Keegan.
Okay.
But he must be knew I didn't used to unpack my bag, or maybe he was thinking the prank would only last a day,
Right.
and it lasted the full 8 days. But a brick was in my bag for the whole meet. Swam well. So yeah.
So now you
Uh,
have a brick in your bag each meet you go to.
well,
Is that
I've
how
kind of cut it. I've trimmed it down. So now that it's just a piece of a brick for sentimental value, not the whole brick because that's a bit too much weight.
but is it like the red brick or like a gray? Is it color?
Gray
It doesn't
brick, a
matter.
gray
The
brick,
gray,
yeah,
like a gray piece of concrete.
concrete brick, yeah.
As you spoke about Carifta, just real quickly, tell me, do you have one memory you want to share with us beside that concrete brick that you remember that you're like, you know what, this was real fun, or it could
Yeah,
be fun, it could be something that taught you a vital lesson that you know what, I'll never do this again.
yeah, I
What
have a good one. This taught me a good lesson.
let me
It
hear.
wasn't
Besides,
my mess up,
mhm,
but I learned a lesson from this. We landed Curfta, Jamaica, my second Curfta. We landed, and one of my roommates was Joshua Romney, and the other roommate was Blaine O'Brien.
mhm,
We sit in a room, we start to unpack, and Blaine starts to unpack. And when Blaine gets into his bag, he pulls out a Ziploc bag about this big, full of raw potatoes. And me and Joshua proceed to bust out laughing as to why Blaine brought 6 raw potatoes to Carifta.
right.
And then all of us laugh about it. And then we have a contest to see who could throw the potatoes further off the balcony because we realized nobody was going to end up eating the potatoes. And that taught me the lesson was not to bring potatoes to Carifta.
Raw potato. So it
Raw
wasn't
potato.
smelling.
What?
It wasn't smelling.
Nah, it was just potato, yeah,
Okay.
in a
So
plastic bag.
okay. So the lesson is do not take raw potatoes or potatoes in a plastic bag to swim in.
At all.
All right. I wonder if Blaine and Joshua listening. And if they could
Um,
say, I feel it's you who did that. So let me ask you, you are you've been swimming for however long. And I was reading up on the FINA rules, and I didn't see that passing gas is considered cheating. But I don't know, it's propulsion in one way. What do
It
you
is
think?
propulsion.
Do you think that they should have a rule that says if you are racing, no farting, or you think that's understood because the pants are too tight? What's your take on it?
I think it is propulsion,
It
but
is.
I think
It
that
is. There's no way, no two ways.
if you could master the art of using the fart to your advantage, for example, like on the finish when you're dying, you're
Right.
coming down to the wall, boom, couple last strokes, you have nothing left, and you could send it then to get you to the wall. If you could master that art, I don't think you should be disqualified.
But who's to know? Except the bubbles. You know what I mean? The bubbles will be the giveaway.
Exactly. How can you?
I think we should take this one to the audience. What do you guys think, people who are watching us? Do you think that FINA should have a rule about passing gas while racing? Like an official rule that says, okay, if you are caught, like Dylan said, on the turn or on the finish, or even the dive, because that dive could really kind of like, it could be a
Yeah,
plan,
it could give you the
like
extra inch. That might be the important time.
a takeoff. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Should it be banned? What do you guys think? Tell us in the comments. You know, we have to take a break, Dylan, for some seconds. Let's show our sponsors. And then when we come back, you will give away. We have another prize that we're going to give away. My Trini box, they're just feeling real generous for Christmas and they want to give away another prize. So don't go anywhere.
What up, everybody? We are Che and Kelly French, and we are the founders of My Trini Box, and we're very happy to be here in the coach line with Cindy Ann.
Cindy, we just want to thank you and your amazing team for having us here today, and we hope everyone is enjoying this live as much as we are.
And don't forget to follow us at My Trini Box on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and TikTok. Proudly TT.
We are back. Dills, real quick, because the last thing we will do is that giveaway. So I want to go through a quick thing here with you. Royal Castle or KFC?
Royal Castle.
Trinidad or Tobago?
Tobago.
Wrong answer. You're supposed to say, I love them both.
Equally.
Yes, for different reasons. You know,
For different reasons, yes. But at this present moment in time, Tobago.
You just rolled out Tobago so quickly. I was like, wait, what? He didn't even say, well, nah, that's kind of unfair. Dogs or cats?
Dogs.
You're supposed to say neither. Listen, this is going downhill very quickly. Yeah?
I didn't realize there was a trick. There was a.
Yeah. Well, I thought after you Trinidad and Tobago, you would have gotten it. Mom or dad?
Neither. Both.
Oh, sorrel or cranberry juice?
Sorrel.
Sorrel, of course. So, Dylan, I'm going to give you the opportunity to give away this prize. I want you to ask. First, let me thank everyone for tuning in, for joining us on the couch line. This is our first episode for season 2, and I'm so happy that we have so many people who were here in the past. So Kia is here. Kia she's late, but she's here. Hi, Diane. People say don't eat beans before you swim so that you don't fart. People are saying FINA cannot regulate people's BAMSI. Don't eat shatine. You have a lot of good advice here.
Yeah, I'll have to go back through and
you'll have to go back and read it because people are really chiming in and really digging deep to assist, you know what I mean, in the process, which I love.
You know, it takes a village. It takes a village.
It takes a village. It does take a village. And so I want to thank everyone for tuning in. Dylan, ask the people a question and let's see who wins this second box from my Trini box. Go.
All right. This is for all you true supporters out there. It's not too hard. But what event did I swim in the Rio Olympics? It was only one event that time. So there's no trick. It's just a straight out answer.
You all heard that question? The question is for those of you who, like he said it, who are true fans. And if you are, follow Dylan on Instagram so that you can follow his journey. He's represented us in the Olympics in 2016. And he has already qualified to represent us in 2020, in 2021. And I know I'm so proud of you, Dylan. I mean, I've known you for so many years and watching you grow and your dedication and determination and your love for the sport. I'm so very proud of you and looking forward to see what's next for Dylan, you know. So let's see, people are saying, let's see who we have. Levon John said the 50-meter butterfly.
Wrong.
Marquis Portfolio says the 100 free.
Yeah.
Joseph says freestyle 50. Which
Wrong.
is it?
It was the 100 free.
Marquis has won himself my Trini box. Do you know Marquis? Is that somebody you know?
I know exactly who Marquis is, yeah.
Is it Marquis and not Marquis?
Yeah,
Marquis.
yeah, Marquis.
Marquis, should we give it to him?
Maybe not. Is
Okay.
there another winner?
Marquis, you won yourself my Trini box of goodies. Is he Trini? Is he going to enjoy this? Is Trini snacks?
No, yeah, he's Trini.
Okay. So Marquis, send us a message, Movelang. You send a message to Movelang. You must be following Movelang, which is my Facebook page. Follow my Trini box and follow Trinbago Freestyle. And message me and we will give you your subscription box of goodies. Dylan, I want you to speak directly to the people who are watching on and who will watch this after this. I want you to give them, whether it's young swimmers or anybody, some words of advice. Tell them something for us before we go.
I think the biggest words of advice I could give to a swimmer or any young athlete, any young aspiring kid, is just to persevere and to know that there will be ups and downs. And if you're having a good run now, try to ride it for as long as you can. But if it stops, and you encounter challenges along the way, which you inevitably will, don't give up on yourself. It's something that I've told myself time and time again throughout the years, so I think it's valuable advice. Maybe a little bit generic, but it's probably the best advice you could get if you could really take it to heart.
Thank you so much for being a part of Season 2 first episode, recommended dosage, a dose of Dylan. I don't think it was an overdose. I hope people enjoyed it. I hope they take it in and digest it. Go back and watch it ever so often and soothe the brain a little bit. And thank you to my Trini Box for sponsoring this show. Che and Kelly, thank you so much. People who are watching on, please follow Che and Kelly, my Trini Box at IG, Facebook. Support, order your stuff, ship your stuff for Christmas, for Easter, for whatever, for Carnival, for whenever. And follow Dylan's journey. He's representing us at the Olympics. Get your front seat ready, get your drinks chilled. What date is it set for? Is it July 2021?
July 2021.
July 2021. I'm so sorry you didn't get to see that picture of that surprise guest. You know what?
Next
I can
time,
ask.
Season 3.
Well, tell me, what would you say to the little Dylan?
Little Dylan,
What would you say to little Dylan?
Little Dylan was so was a little bit of a spoiled brat. I would tell him that things aren't always going to go your way, and you have to use them to get you stronger.
Okay. Jeremy McLean is saying they're your biggest fan.
Are they?
Hi, Karen, and thank you, Dills. I wish you the best. Hope to see you soon. Drink Pontrecram sorrel, eat a pastel for me,
Will
and
do.
we'll chat. Bye.
All right. See ya.
Bye. So thank you, everyone, for joining us on our first episode. We'll see you guys next time. Follow my page, follow Dylan, follow my Trini box, and stay tuned because we have some real good things in store coming down the pipeline. And so if you have something that you wish to share, if you have a business that you want to collab with us on this show, or you just want to be a part and let's have a conversation, reach out to us and let us know. And until next time, stay safe and stay 6 feet away. Bye.
We are Che and Kelly French, and we are the founders of My Trini Box, and we're very happy to be here in the coach line with Cindy Ann.
Cindy, and we just want to thank you and your amazing team for having us here today, and we hope everyone is enjoying this live as much as we are.
And don't forget to follow us at My Trini Box on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and TikTok. Proudly TT.
Please give it up for Cindy and Jane, everyone.
It's nice.